Good afternoon, YouTube. Old Rusty here again today. I know it's been a while since I've done a video. I've been uninspired. If I don't have something fun to do, I'm just not going to do it. And that's how it is. And one could say that I have scraped the bottom of the barrel, and the barrel has now fallen out from under me into a pit of despair. Which may be, in fact, be accurate. So instead, I have just decided to take out my existential angst upon my favorite mobs for gunpowder, that being Ghasts. So, what's going on here? You see it in the background. Like, why are these guys going on? So, here's what happened. I can't even move around much here because if I do, everything breaks. What we have here is a gas farm that makes 8.7 thousand gunpowder an hour. That is 8,700 gunpowder an hour. 8,700. This all started because Mike Homer sent me a video of some Chinese, the Chinese TMC community, and they were using nether portals to cause the gas to slip into it after getting hit by a arrow killer. And I said, that counts as 2D. I can't go with that. So instead, I took that idea and I adapted it for my own selfish gains. And the end result is this. Like, just watch it. You see how quickly they're just going through, like, it's all around. My item collection could be better. I'm still losing drops here, but it doesn't matter because this is just awesome. What in the heck is going on in this farm? I mean, besides the obvious mine carts, because there's a lot of mine carts, it's that this is my old Ghast farm that made 5.2 thousand an hour. And then I added arrow killers, and that went up to 6,450 an hour. And now all of a sudden I'm saying I'm making 8,700 an hour with the same farm. Because I am. So as soon as I leave this spot, something's gonna break, because this game just does not like this many minecarts is what I'm doing here. But on a Sim 4 Ghast farm, 8,700 is possible. I'm not done. This may go higher. But let's talk about the tricks here. Let's talk about what's going on and break half my farm now because I'm unloading. So as everyone knows, our wonderful mob, the Ghast, has an exceedingly large hitbox. And so we use that to our advantage. Look, there's nothing in here. I mean, don't get me wrong, making the Ghast go in any direction you want by just limiting all options except for the carpet, that's a good start. That's a real good start. And then, of course, we get into the wonders of the arrow killer to allow us to one-hit the gas, which, again, is another wonderful thing. And that lets us get even more. And what you have here is a super fast farm where anytime one of those gas spawns, it's instantly ripped up, moved over, and one-shot. And I thought that was the end. But Mike Homer showed me otherwise. And so, we get into the very specific details of death animation. Come here. I never said I was good at playing this game normally. Alright. You all saw that, right? Like, when I shoot a mob, it takes time for it to die. Even when it takes a hit. Specifically. And this is very specifically 20 game ticks. It takes that mob 20 game ticks to spawn. During that time, you see that? That's a full second. And during that death animation, it still counts towards the mob cap, which means if I have 2 dying Ghasts, I don't get more till they go puff in white smoke. If only there was a way to get rid of that, and in fact there is, besides using nether portals. You see, because despite the fact that it looks like it's dying, I mean, and mind you, it is dying. There's no question. But what's going on is it's still actually considered a mob for everything during those 20 game ticks. Which means you can move it with mine carts, and apparently also, if you push it outside of the Sim 4 distance of 44 blocks for a mob, because they instantly despawn at 45, it despawns. And here's the second crucial piece of all of this. Items get dropped. Oh, see? They already broke over there, and that's fine. He's just going to chill there for a while. When you deal the killing blow to the mob, it drops its loot. And then it drops XP at the end when you see the white smoke. And I always thought that they were all at the end of the white smoke, and I was wrong, thankfully. And so what that means is, when I hit this little bugger right here, it hits this minecart. It's just within range, it instantly gets hit, and it drops all its items, and then it gets thrown over to this spot. Well, guess what? This spot is within range of this minecart, and the despawn sphere is right where I just broke my hop. It's right there. So what does that mean? It means that I sit here and toss all those, well, most of them, because at some point, like, I find these items exploding all over the place, and I have yet to figure out an effective way to manage this, so it's completely lossless. And even with losses, I'm at 8,700. Because the best I could come up with was just throw them on a bunch of hoppers and hope for the best. And in fact, I have to have 2 trident killers, 1 tick separated so that they're inverted, because if I have just one, it's half of them will just slip through because of how fast they move in these minecarts. And the end result of all of that is just an absolutely bonkers amount. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. This is my spawn sphere. Now, of course, my chunk borders run right here, so I have split density going in all directions, and that's good. And then over here, oh look, I'm standing there in the middle of my AFK. Don't move at all in this farm. I mean, I could probably put glass here to make it safe, but I didn't because I'm in creative. And then it despawns right there. See, right now I'm getting XP. And I mean, it's still like, it's ridiculously fast. So I've got split density set up. So that, you know, I come over a little bit because they get instantly grabbed by the minecart, so it doesn't matter too much. And that's on all sides, so I've got 2 mob caps going in all directions with minecarts to zip them up and then move them all into a single killing area where then they are thankfully despawned and just dropping so much, because it turns out that animation really throttles your rates, like a lot, when you're willing to go to this much trouble. Now, is this practical? I mean, at some point here, you got to ask yourself, shouldn't I just build a creeper farm? The answer is no. The answer is always no. But if you're one of those people who likes building creeper farms, fine. But if you're not, and you want an option, this is one. And let's just say that you decide, I don't want platforms in every direction. Rusty, what am I going to get? Do you think Rusty tested that? And the answer is, of course he did. Because he's a third-person insane Minecraft famous YouTuber with more subscribers than Ilmongo. Probably not. I probably don't even have 1,000. I quit checking some time ago. But if I have just this platform and that platform, 5,700 an hour, just with this setup. If you added more minecarts down there, you could squeeze a little more out of here. I don't know. This despawn thing, it's got potential. I'm wondering here if I just abandon the split density and just, you know, filled this up more. Less down there, more spread out. Would that rates go up? I'm still playing with it, but I said I'd show this off. So what are the innovations to make your Ghast farm next level? 3 of them. And for the record, Silent Whisperer is probably the best farm with a decent tutorial. I would recommend if anyone is wanting to build a decent gunpowder farm. 3,900 an hour. That's pretty good. It's less than his creeper farm, but you know what? It's going to take less effort to build it. But the innovations you can really get going if you decide you want to experiment with the next generation Ghast farm. 1, directionful minecart conveyors. This is all you need. scaffolding with a minecart so that the rails are sandwiched between two trapdoors, and then a piece of carpet in the direction you want it to go. You can't do this with any other mob in the game. Those minecarts really love going north and east, but Ghast break it. And then what else? Ah, yes, the arrow killer. Well, they're not here anymore. Do they despawn every single time you let them go? Yep. And, I mean, good luck trying to get them on there whenever, you know, I mean, if you shoot them enough, you'll get one eventually, though. So that's 2. Bypassing damage immunity, so that you don't have a billion arrows. Because if you use tridents, you gotta hit it twice, and that's at least 14 game ticks you're wasting. But then you're still wasting 20 on this death animation, which brings us to the third one. Despawn them after you hit them, but at the very beginning of when they're dying, and that's another 20 game ticks. I mean, you saw this. They're just exploding everywhere. It's a beautiful thing. It really is. So if you like ghast farms, or more specifically, you hate ghasts and love the sweet, sweet sounds of their eternal suffering and despawning, so technically, I am killing Zero's ghasts in this farm, I suppose. I mean, I'm delivering the killing blow for all sorts of them, but they never actually get around to finish dying. They just vanish. I feel like there's some existential horror in there. And I feel like anything that calls a Soul Sand Valley its home maybe has it coming. Old Rusty out! Let's go fall into lava. Yay!